What's up, everybody? Enosh here for the Poindexter Lounge. Welcome. If this is your first time, please know that we are so glad that you are here because this is a place for nerds. This is a place where we love to talk about nerdy things, and we are so glad that you've decided to join us today. Hey, if this is your first time, please consider hitting that subscribe button so that you can become part of this community of nerds and know what we are doing. Also, hit that notifications bell just so that you know when we put out new videos, because we put out new videos pretty much every day. All right. Also, if you like this video, please give us a thumbs up just so that we know that you like the content that we are putting out. And as always, please leave a comment down in the comment section or go to Twitter at Enosh Music and keep the conversation going there, okay, so that we can have a conversation. Because that's why I started this channel, was to be able to have conversations with other fans of the same kind of things that I like. All right, today we are talking about a very cool topic that I've wanted to talk about for a while. It's no surprise, and I talk about this a lot actually lately, especially. It's no surprise that the Star Wars community of fans has been greatly split in the last few years. Even after The Force Awakens came out, there was a lot of people who just weren't really pleased with it. They thought that it was a rehash of A New Hope, and then, man, by the time The Last Jedi hit, people were just ready to split in all different kinds of directions. And now we have protests going on. We have people, who protested by not going to see Solo, and now we already have people who say they're not going to go see Episode 9, and that greatly concerns me because I'm a big Star Wars fan. And even though I liked The Last Jedi and I liked The Force Awakens, and I'm not part of that protest or part of that group that feels that strongly, I understand why people feel so strongly about Star Wars, and I get it, right? Don't have to necessarily agree with it to understand it and to get it. But here's the thing. I think at this point, and we did a video about this not too long ago, I think at this point, Kathleen Kennedy as president of LucasFilm just isn't going to work. I mean, we have Star Wars Celebration coming up, and I just can't see Disney putting Kathleen Kennedy on that stage. I just think that there would be just a horrible backlash against that, and I would really hate to see that. Not just because I liked The Last Jedi or I've enjoyed the Disney era so far of films, but just because I just don't want to see that for anybody, and I think that it'd be really sad to see somebody just have to get on stage and basically take all that, right? But here's the thing. I get it. And people want Kathleen Kennedy gone. And at this point, I don't think that Kathleen Kennedy can do any good anymore. I don't think that anything that she does to try to right this ship is going to work. And that being said, she's basically a lame duck now in this position. Nobody seems to want to give her another chance to do anything else. And because of that, I think it's time for her to go. So the question is, who can fill those shoes? Look, a lot of people are talking about Feige stepping in. He's head over Marvel, and he has turned down that and said, no, he's not doing that, okay? That being said, who do I think can do it? And the name Dave Filoni comes up. Now, if you don't know who Dave Filoni is, Dave Filoni has pretty much overseen the animated Star Wars section here for quite a while. He did Clone Wars, and he did Rebels, and he's getting ready. He has a part in the new Resistance cartoon coming out. I don't know. I don't think he's necessarily in charge of it, but he's got a part in it somehow. Here's the thing, man. Dave Filoni gets Star Wars. He understands Star Wars. He has done a pretty good job, especially with Rebels, man. Well, I mean, and even the Clone Wars, of taking things that people love about Star Wars and mixing it with new ideas and fresh ideas, that have been acceptable for the most part to Star Wars fans. I mean, they took a character of Anakin Skywalker that in the prequels, in the movies, came across as very wooden and not a really fleshed out character. And all throughout the Clone Wars, the first couple seasons, it took a while for it to get moving. But man, once it kicked in, Anakin became a very strong character. And probably the best Anakin stories we've gotten so far has been in the Clone Wars cartoon, and that's under the direction of Dave Filoni. And then I look at Rebels. Rebels was a cartoon that I didn't even know if I was going to even like at first, because I didn't, these were all new characters and all new story. And man, by the time that thing was done, I cared about those characters. I cared about where they were going, what they were doing. And not to give any spoilers if you haven't watched it, but man, by the end, I wanted to know what was next. All right. And so I'm hoping that we get to see some of that, of what is next for some of those characters. So my question to you is, what would you think of Dave Filoni being president of Lucasfilm? Somebody like that to be able to step in and try to right this ship, to try to bring this back together so that we have somebody who knows what Star Wars is and can make a good Star Wars movie, and help push forward a narrative, I should say. I mean, because I don't know if I'd have him actually direct the movie, direct a movie, obviously, because if you're president, you're not going to do that. But he understands Star Wars to be able to push the narrative, and I think that's what Star Wars needs. It needs somebody like Feige who is overseeing the overall plan. Feige is in the trenches. I mean, I just saw an article today where he talks about how he's in there while they're putting the movie together and editing the movie and everything. And I think that Dave Filoni, adding his expertise to a Star Wars film, to a Star Wars franchise like this, and directing it and having a direction for it, I just think it'd be phenomenal. And I think that he has enough of the fan support where the fans would get behind a Dave Filoni-led Star Wars and Lucasfilm. So my question to you is, what do you think of this? Would you support Dave Filoni overseeing Lucasfilm? Would this be something that would bring, maybe you've given up on Star Wars, maybe you're one of these people who you're protesting Star Wars and you say, well, I'm not really even interested in Episode 9 anymore, I didn't go see Solo, I'm not going to do this anymore. Would bringing in somebody like Dave Filoni make you reconsider, make you rethink your position on how things are going and where things are going from here for the future? All right, I want to hear from you. Please leave your comment down in the comment section, or like I said, go to Twitter and follow me there at Enosh Music, and let's have a conversation about this, because I'm really interested to see how many fans would support a Dave Filoni-led Lucasfilm. Now, obviously, Lucasfilm is more than Star Wars, so we have to consider that too, that there are different franchises within Lucasfilm and different things to consider about that. But I think that Dave Filoni has the knowledge of what fans are looking for, what fans want, and could really do some good things going forward. All right, but I want to hear what you have to say. So please leave your comment and let's have a conversation. All right. Until next time, my name is Enosh, aka Enosh Fett, and may the Force be with you.